Let me find out if error 23 is going crazy in my log files. Grep error 23 log file. Dang it, I need a better way to see how bad this is. I'll try it with the grep-c option. Well, crap. Log file 2 has 129 lines that contain the pattern error 23. I better look closely into this. Today, let's talk about how the grep-c option can make your life easier. I've had situations where I have multiple servers becoming unstable due to a change being pushed that caused problems, and I needed to diagnose what was happening, and I had to move quickly to avoid data loss. In times like this, your stress levels spike and your chest tightens with fear, and you need a quick snapshot of what is happening in your event logs to see how bad things are. This is where I used the -c option, and it was a huge help. I'm John. I've spent 15 years in IT working with both the military and in the private sector with FANG-level organizations. I've had the opportunity to work for and with some of the most brilliant minds in the industry, and I've seen how the best in the business think, troubleshoot, and build, and I want to pass a piece of that information on to you as we break down the -c option of grep in a way that is simple, direct, and thorough. And hey, if you're struggling with something in Linux right now, drop it in the comments. That's how I decide what to cover next. The -c is a quick, easy option for grep. Normally when you feed grep a pattern, it finds all occurrences of that pattern and displays each line where a match was found. However, there may be cases, like the one I described, where you're less concerned about viewing each individual pattern match and more concerned with how often that pattern is appearing in your files. This is where I have used the -c option for grep. This option of grep will count the number of lines in a file that contain a pattern match and display the final number of that count on your screen. Depending on the situation, this can quickly give you an idea of how bad things are without having to go and manually dig through a file or read through all of the lines where your pattern was found. Let's look at another example because there is a nuance to this option you need to be aware of. Let's clear our screen. We'll say grep password file 3. So we have 5 occurrences of the pattern password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's use the same command with the -c option. Wait a minute. There are 5 occurrences of the pattern password in file 3. Why is the -c option telling me there is only 4? Well, that's because there are 2 occurrences of the pattern password on one line in the file, and the -c option counts the number of lines containing a pattern match, not the number of occurrences of a pattern. This is a subtle but important nuance to be aware of. Now, we can get the number of occurrences of a pattern in a file, but we have to use grep's -o option, which gives us pattern matches only, and we have to pipe our results to the word count command with the -l option, like this. Let's say grep-o, or that's a 0, grep-o, password, file 3, pipe it to the word count command with the -l option. See, there we go, 5 occurrences of the pattern password in file 3. However, there are only 4 lines in file 3 that contain the pattern match. The other lines do not. Now you may be thinking to yourself, this -c option is a little silly, but trust me, when the pressure is on and minutes count and you're trying to diagnose an issue, the -c option of grep can be a big help. Also, try not to confuse the lowercase -c with the uppercase -c option. The uppercase -c is covered in Grep Bootcamp 15, and it is used to show lines above and below a line with a pattern match, like this. Grep-uppercase C1, payment failed, web app.log. There we are. Here's a line with the match. Here's one line above and one line below. So remember, the lowercase c is for counting the number of lines containing a pattern match, while the uppercase c is for showing the context, or the lines above and below a line that contains a pattern match. And that's it for this one. It's a quick video, but the information may be a lifesaver. If there's a Linux topic you'd like broken down simply, clearly, and thoroughly, drop it in the comments. I read them all. And thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.